Ahoy hoy! Welcome back to, yes, my lockdown lock-in and Gavin's Grotty guitars. This week is this. It looks and was based upon the Gibson's Chet Atkins. It isn't, it's a Hohner Professional. It's a nylon strung, as you can see, guitar. However, it's also very thin. They call it solid. This is where guitar companies get things all mixed up, because one person calls one thing and somebody else calls it another. This is a chambered body. It's only about 1.5 inches thick, so it's nice and light. Solid, hollow, hollow, solid, hollow. I spent about a day redoing all of this from the bottom up. I don't know much about it. Hohner make very good instruments and have done for a long time. I bought this with my friend Nick in the 90s. I'd got a car briefly while I was at university, and I think we went to Camberley, and there was a closing down sale either of a music shop or a recording studio, and I was going to buy something, and it was either going to be this or an Ampex tape machine. I think this has probably stood the test of time better. Not very loud on its own, is it? But that's okay, because you can see that I have a couple of knobs up here, volume and tone. But hopefully you're also saying, I don't see a battery pack hole or anything. And there isn't one. There's no active electronics on this, because it was the 80s. There is a sign up here that says Shadow. Now, I think that was an offshoot of EMG at the time. Not really too sure anymore. Not really sure of a lot of things. So it has a passive piezo-electric bridge here. And after a day of setting it all up and really spending some time with this, because when I bought it, it was beaten up. It cost me 80 quid. I think it's money well spent. It's jolly well made. It's almost, when you're searching for what's the perfect guitar in your head, this is one of the guitars that sort of shapes it for me. It's a lovely wide neck. If you've never played a Spanish guitar, you need to get one. It's very easy to play. Lovely and wide. The strings don't hurt your fingers because they're made out of nylon. It's not difficult to fret a chord or anything, because the action is so low and the amount of pressure needed to fret anything is not much. Hopefully you're thinking, what about the sound actually though, Gavin? Because without active electronics it's going to sound a bit weak, isn't it? Well, fairly, I think is the answer there. There's two answers why that is. One is it's passive electronics. It's only the piezo bridge in there, and I'm playing through, you know, the Fender Deluxe VM, not an acoustic designed amplifier. Can we remedy that? Yes and no. I've got my G7 equalizer pedal here, so without. I think that's remedied quite a lot of the sound problems. I've built up the bass a bit and some of the mid-range and taken off quite a bit of the high end, but what you can hear is an earth hum, and that's because it's very simple electronics. There's not a lot going on in there. There's nothing else here to earth. So I can't earth it by just standing here and playing the strings. So, hopefully your brain is thinking, you've put it through an amplifier, Gavin, and you've got... What else can you do? What does it sound like with distortion? Sounds like it's all right when you're playing, but then of course the earth hum gets amplified and distorted too. So it's not really worth it without better earthing on this thing. Then I thought, what other fun can we have? Well, instead of just a little bit of delay, how about chorus? Doesn't sound too bad. What other effects have we got? Well, So, I do think putting an acoustic guitar with a simple piezo-electric pickup is quite a good idea. It sounds alright. Once you shove an equaliser pedal in the way and boost some of the frequencies that are a little bit sort of given up on there. Is there better guitars than this today? Yes. Oh, I mean, the Gibson Chet Atkins is wonderful for £3,000. Yamaha do lots of wonderful nylon strung guitars. They do travel guitars as well. I've always liked the look of those. However, when I spoke to Yamaha at a show, they tried telling me that the neck width of their travel, their silent nylon strung guitar was 42mm. Cobblers. I mean, it didn't feel like it, didn't look like it. The width of this is down there, and oddly, I don't know if this is true for every sort of Spanish or classical guitar. Tell me in the comments below. The scale length of this is 26 inches, which seems long. Let me know below if that's standard for nylon guitars, or whether it's something to do with my measuring because it's nylon strung rather than steel strung. I was expecting something shorter. I love this guitar. It's been through the wars. It's been through the wars with me. But I think it's rather beautiful. And it's it might not be perfect, but it's a damn good attempt at bringing together the nylon strung world and the electric world in a portable and really quite exquisite package. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. Next week, more other guitars. Subscribe down here, more videos down there, and because you've been especially nice this week, here's some cats.